Hello, friends and fans and fellow castmates of Dark Shadows. This is Donna Wandrey, Roxanne Drew, here in New York City. I am so happy to be a part of this wonderful celebration of all things Jonathan Frid on his 100th birthday. Jonathan was and will always continue to be the linchpin of Dark Shadows. We were just fortunate enough to work with him. Now, Jonathan possessed a fabulous stage-trained voice and ease of movement and gesture. And oh, didn't he look good in period costumes? But the thing I most remember about Jonathan was his kindness, particularly when I just started. I had never done a daytime serial with a contract. It was incredible. And everyone else had been there for a great deal of time. And I walked in the room, and there was a particular director who shall remain nameless, but everybody knows who he was. And from the first day, I was so intimidated by the talent and the ease of work in that room. And I felt beyond less than courageous. And every day, this gentleman would say something to me that just broke down me as an actor. I was used to working on stage. On stage, the director is your friend. My face hides nothing. So as a few weeks went on, Jonathan took note of it and called me into his dressing room. I thought, well, now the director and the star know that I'm no good. So Jonathan had me come in and sat down, and I was nervous as all get out. And the thing I most remember, besides his kindness, was that in 1970, he had a mini fridge in his dressing room. You do not know how impressed I was. I didn't even know what a mini fridge was. He sat down and he said, "Don't pay any attention to him." Wait. You have to pay attention to the director. He said, "Oh, pay attention to where he wants you to walk, how many stairs he wants you to go up, when he wants you to enter, but all the rest of it, forget it. You're fine." I walked out of that room and I had courage for the next year. The last thing he said was, "When the next new person comes in, he'll pick on him or her, and he won't bother you anymore." Well, that was also true. The next new person was Virginia Vestoff. She was starring in 1776 on Broadway, and nobody messed with Virginia. I learned a lot from Jonathan that day. I still think I'm learning a lot from him about kindness. I use it all the time. I work in a New York theater company, American Renaissance Theater Company. I am now the old person on the block, and I work with a lot of young actors. And I have learned that the most important thing is kindness. The one story I tell often, and I'm sorry if you've heard it 50 times, is the first big publicity tour Jonathan and I went on. Oh my. I had never flown first class. I had never been put up in a really nice hotel. We were going to Minneapolis, Minnesota to appear in the auto show. And then I found out we were appearing with Tiny Tim, Miss Vicky, and the big seller, Arnold the Pig. Now, God bless Catherine. Thank you, Catherine. She sold me a jumpsuit that was gorgeous, covered in sequins. And I thought, well, I'm going to look like $1 million sitting next to Jonathan. But I was sitting on the hood of a car that made circles endlessly, all day and most of the evening. When I finally got off that car, Jonathan's line was still going on, and they retrieved him from it because Arnold the pig had a longer line. We were invited to dinner with Tiny Tim and Miss Piggy. That's what we called her. I have never been at a dinner like that in my life. They sat above us like royalty, and they held court, and we sat on cushions on the floor. Now, they were the most unusual people on the face of the earth, and God bless him, Jonathan got us out of there very quickly. With a good sense of humor, we arrived back on set, and everything was fine. Have a wonderful time. I miss you, and Jonathan is up there celebrating with Thayer and Virginia and Laura and Grayson and all the other wonderful people that we worked with. God bless you, fans. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.